Welcome to the final Vlogmas video. This is Vlogmas day 25. Merry Christmas, you guys, if you are watching this on the day that it comes out. This is a get ready with me video. I'm about to get ready to go to Will's dad's birthday. So I figured I would bring you guys along for the ride. I thought a little get ready with me for a holiday party was kind of the perfect way to finish out Vlogmas this year. And we don't have much time. We only have an hour, so we're gonna get right into it. I have my little gin and tonic here. And I put this little pimple patch on here earlier today because I noticed I had a pimple coming in, so I wanted to stop that. So I only put moisturizer on my forehead. So I'm gonna take this off. I don't feel like it was really on there long enough to do anything, but I figured something is better than nothing. And then I'm gonna go in with some moisturizer. I'm gonna use the Wallet of Skin Food. I used this the other day in my Shop My Stash, and I was so happy with the way my makeup came out in that video, so I've been using it basically every day since. I'm just kind of focusing that on these lower parts of my face that didn't get moisturizer today after my shower. And then whatever is left on my fingers, I'll kind of add up here for a little bit of extra slip once the foundation goes on. And then I think I'm gonna use Natasha Denona shadows today, so I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow. If you guys hear any noise in the background, Will is making us a quick dinner. We just realized last minute there was a bit of a communication error. So Will's dad's birthday tonight is a surprise. The whole ruse is that me and Will and his dad's brother and his wife are going over to Will's dad's place for dinner tonight. His dad thinks that that's everyone, and then so we're all just gonna be hanging out there for a little bit, having like a drink and a snack, and all of a sudden the doorbell's gonna ring and some other people are gonna show up, and then some more people are gonna show up, and then some more people are gonna show up, and then it's gonna turn into a house party at their house. So it's the holidays and I don't really have anything to do tomorrow except go grocery shopping and like go to Toys R Us to pick up my click and collect. So I feel like I want to get kind of lit, hence the G&T. Okay, so I don't want to wear too much makeup, but I do want to look really good. So I was thinking about this palette the other day, my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I love this palette. I feel like the eyeshadows in here are so much better than the shadows in these Natasha Denona palettes. Like these ones, the bronze and the retro, these are the other ones I have. The formula in here is really nice, don't get me wrong, but in her bigger palettes, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So in her, is it? Yeah. In her 28 pan palettes, I just feel like the formula in here is like next level amazing, and I haven't used this in so long because I've just got so many other beautiful palettes that I've been using this year. So I kind of want to bring this out. There's lots of like holiday-ish colors in here. There's greens, there's reds, there's browns, there's golds, you know, a little bit of everything. So let's just play with this today. I don't know what I should do. Let's start with just like a soft sort of transition color in the crease. So anyways, I knew about the whole ruse. I knew about the surprise part of the evening. What I didn't know was that we weren't actually having dinner. I'm just taking this color in the palette right here, and I'm gonna kind of just create the shape that I want my eyeshadow to be in with this guy. So yeah, I thought we were still gonna be eating, and Will just informed me that that's not the case. We won't actually eat dinner. So the whole reason I got onto this story is that Will is in the background making us dinner. So if you hear any noise, that's what that is. The one thing I feel like this palette is missing is a cool or neutral toned blending shade. This is really the only blending shade that they have in here. And you can see like it's almost orange. It's so warm. Really like a neutral or cool tone blending shade in this palette I feel like would make it perfect. There's so many cool tones in here that it just like, you know, it should be in there. Anyways, I don't want to go like too crazy colorful. This isn't really the crowd for that. So I'm gonna just start kind of playing with the browns, probably these ones over here. And then I might do a little bit of this emerald green is kind of what I'm thinking. I love this color. So let's play with that. So yes, Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. I hope everyone is having an amazing holiday season. This year it took me a little while to get into it, but once I did, you know, I made it. I'm here. Yeah, I think it was just with the wedding and the honeymoon and everything. It was hard to like plan for and get excited for another big event. I was also getting this really strange reaction. I was literally shopping for Christmas gifts like 2 weeks ago or like 2.5 weeks ago, and when I was shopping, people in the stores were asking me like, oh, are you almost done your shopping? And I was like, no, I'm just starting. And they were like, oh, that's okay, you still have time. And I was like, I feel like this is a really reasonable, normal time to be going Christmas gift shopping. Like, I don't feel like I'm behind, but then people saying that to me made me feel like I was really behind. That kind of stressed me out a bit. Okay, so I just put that green along my lash line, and I'm gonna actually go in with this brown here and put that kind of all the way up the rest of my lid and use it to smoke out the edges of the green. This is kind of a greeny brown, like it's a brown with a green undertone in it, so I feel like it's a good blending color for that emerald shade, and it will mix nicely with the crease color as well. I've never done my eyeshadow in this shape or like in this sequence of events before, so we're playing. Let's see how this works out. Guys, speaking of our wedding, we got our wedding photos back today, which is so exciting. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was feeling really like quite nervous about them for a couple of different reasons. I was nervous that I wasn't gonna like them. I had super high expectations. We loved our photographers like as people, and then obviously we hired them because they have super sick work. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like the people that they took pictures of are just like way cooler than me, and like the photos weren't gonna like come out good because I'm just like not cool enough. So there was that. I was also, I've mentioned it on here a couple times, but like quite paranoid about how my makeup was gonna photograph. That was very irrational since I literally do wedding makeup as my job, and I know what's gonna look good in photos, which is literally why I book jobs, because the makeup that I do looks so good in photos. Like obviously everything was fine, but I was just like afraid that it wouldn't. I think because it's my job and there's like more expectations around it. I'm gonna go back in with the forest green color and run a little bit on my lower lashes this time, my lower lash line. Yeah, and then I was really nervous, like kind of self-conscious, like, you know, the feeling as women when we look at pictures of ourselves, like all we do is just focus on what we don't like about the photo. It happens to me so often. I'll take a picture after doing someone's makeup, something that I want to post on social media or whatever, and I'll show it to the client, and I think like they look so beautiful, their makeup looks so good, and all they do is focus on what they don't like about themselves. The first thing that people always say is like, oh my God, like I need to wax my eyebrows, or like, oh, like why do I wish like whatever, like they just like, I don't know what things that people say, like your eye just goes straight to what you don't like and you can't see like the overall picture, you know? And so I was kind of afraid that that was gonna happen. I gained weight during the pandemic, so I was like pretty focused on trying to work out like a lot and sustainably for like the 6 months leading up to the wedding, and I didn't get to a point where I felt like I looked my best. Like I felt like I've looked better before, like body wise, but I still was happy with the progress that I had made. So I was nervous I was gonna look at the pictures and feel like I hadn't done enough, like workout wise. Yeah, I was afraid that I wasn't gonna like the way that I looked in the pictures. Not that the photographers had done anything wrong, but just that I was gonna be unhappy with the way that I looked. And like, I'm not gonna lie, on the first look through, I feel like that is kind of what I was doing, is like just looking for things that were bad. And there's definitely some photos where I feel like my arm is like pressed up against my body and like my arm looks bigger than it is in real life and things like that. But as I kind of sat and looked through the photos more and more, my eyes kind of went away from those details and looked at the photos as a whole. And every time I looked through the gallery, I liked them more and more, just like better and better. They're just sneak peeks, so I think we probably got about 40 photos, and our photographers took film photos and digital photos. So these were selects from the film photos. Okay, I feel like this, I'm happy with this. I don't want to go too much darker or do too much more color because I will scare Will's dad, but I do feel like I just want a little bit of shimmer, and I think a little bit of gold will do. My favorite eyeshadow ever is in here. It's this one right at the top here. It's kind of like a greeny gold shift. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and tap it right on the center for a little bit of a golden shimmer that also pulls a little bit green to go with the rest of the look. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave the eyeshadow there for now. I might come in after my face makeup and my concealer are done and add a little bit more, but let's just take a little break and leave it there. I'm gonna go in with some liner. This is the Sephora 12-hour colorful crayon in the color Tiramisu. I've been using this a lot lately. I've been enjoying it. So yeah, I've looked through the gallery probably like 10 times now, and I'm so happy with the photos, and I'm just really excited to see the digital photos as well, because these ones are unedited, so it'll be nice to see edited versions. And you know, for example, in this one there's this beautiful like big group shot of all of the bridesmaids and the groomsmen all together in one shot, and one of my bridesmaids has her eyes closed because it's literally a film camera. So I'm excited to just see, you know, like the perfect version of all the photos as well. The reason we got the film done was because we wanted the imperfect version of the pictures too. But I'm looking forward to seeing the other side as well. So I'm just gonna buff that out because I don't want it to be a harsh line. I just wanted to add a little depth behind the lashes. Perfect, and then same thing on this side. I put a few of the wedding photos in the vlog yesterday, but I'll put a couple in this video here too if you guys want to see, just because I know some of you guys are here for the beauty content and some of you are here for the vlogs, so maybe if you're not watching the vlogs you didn't get to see. I'll definitely pop some into the screen here. I'm gonna give these lashes a curl. I don't want to wear falsies today for sure, so I'm gonna try and get the most out of these ones that are attached to my face. And I'm just going in with mascara now. I don't think I said this is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes mascara, and I'm gonna do at least 2 coats of this. When I was in high school I used to put on like 7 coats of mascara. Did you guys do that too? I was obsessed with mascara and black eyeliner in the waterline, of course. That was the era that I grew up in. We used to go to the bathroom in between classes in school, and we would put on more mascara and touch up our black eyeliner. I can't even, oh my god. I can't even imagine what we looked like walking around like that. People always say like I'm so glad there was no social media when I was in high school because they don't want to look back on those times, but I actually wish there was, because I think it's kind of funny to look back on old pictures of myself. Will and I did a little like video slideshow kind of thing. It sounds cheesy, but it was actually really cool for the wedding. We went through all our old pictures and put them into this 8-minute long video. There was some videos put in there as well of like us with our families, us as kids, us with our friends, kind of throughout all stages of our lives. And it's so funny looking back on stuff and like how different I used to do my makeup or how different I used to dress. And I'm the type of person who doesn't like to delete photos. I have a rule for sure when I'm drinking and I'm taking pictures, which is that you're not allowed to delete any photos the night of. You have to wait until the next morning, because when you're drinking and you take a photo, you're like 97% of the time gonna look at it and be like, that's terrible, delete it. But if you just keep it and then look back on it like months later, you're gonna realize you actually really like it. That happens with photos all the time. Speaking of photos, I'm gonna go on like a little photo rant now. So what I feel like happens all the time is we'll look at a photo and we'll think like, oh my God, I look so fat. Oh my God, I look so ugly. And then you'll look at that same photo months or years later and you'll realize that you were acting crazy and that you actually look great in that photo. And you don't look fat, and now you've aged and you look young and beautiful in that photo. And like, I'm just not one for deleting photos. I'm not one for deleting pictures that you don't think are nice of yourself. And even if you think you don't look great in a picture, like, it's not really about the picture, it's about the memory, you know? This is capturing a moment in time and creating a memory for you to look back on. It doesn't have to be the most flattering photo of you ever. And I'm not even talking about my wedding photos here, I'm talking about just like pictures in general, like that you take on your iPhone. I would so much rather have memories than delete something because I don't think that I look like the best version of myself. So I do kind of wish that social media was a thing when I was in high school, because then I would have so many more pictures of that time and I would have so much more to look back on. I do have some, obviously, but I want more. When I was in high school was when digital cameras were becoming a thing, so there is definitely a little bit of photo evidence from the time, but not enough. Oh my God, it's been 26 minutes. I need to hurry. Chatting too much. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of liner to my waterline as well. I'm feeling like I just want a little bit more depth. And then in my tight line. Okay, and most of my foundations aren't really matching me at the moment, except for this other hot find from my, thank you, dinner delivered. This is another hot find that I got from that Shop My Stash video. This is the Merit Complexion Stick in the shade Cream. I remembered how much I like this, and I realized that the color is like perfect for me right now. Like, it literally just disappears into my skin and looks so natural. Ugh, my skin is so dry, especially on my forehead right now. It's like, you know, when you put foundation on top of dry skin and it just looks a little cracky. That is happening. I thought about exfoliating in the shower today, but I just exfoliated a couple of days ago and I'm wary about exfoliating too much because I think that's what caused me to get my skin rash that I had on my face last year. I'm trying not to do it too much, and really it makes all the difference in the world when it comes to that like dry skin situation. But now for the part of this makeup that I feel like is going to take it to the next level. Let's conceal. I did my lower lash line before my concealer today because I've been just experimenting with new techniques recently, and that's a Charlotte Tilbury classic that I always pretended I forgot when I was doing clients on makeup at the counter. Clients on makeup, makeup on clients. And because this foundation is so natural, it does need a little bit of extra coverage from concealer, so I'm gonna do that too. And then instead of using my beauty blender in this inner part, I'm gonna use the other side of this little dual-sided brush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury complexion brush. I love it. I have like 4 of them. I'm just gonna use this right in the inner corner to blend out the concealer. And then I'm gonna go in with the sponge and do the rest. And I'm just trying to be careful not to take it up too high. Okay, I wanna try something that I haven't done before, which is I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Beautiful Skin Concealer. I have mine in shade 5. It's a little bit of a lighter color. This Too Faced one is a little bit too dark to brighten under here. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of this. I'll put some here too, just because this pimple does not want to cover. And just use that to kind of brighten and conceal a little bit more, because I kind of feel like I need it and I'm curious how it will layer. It's so nice and hydrating, so I feel like it should work nicely. I'm kind of unhappy with what's happening on this outer corner here, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I feel like that looks nice. Did it make a difference coverage-wise? Maybe? I'll have to look at it back on the camera. And then we're gonna set everything with the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. So I'm not sure if this is gonna be my last video of the year. We're a little bit busy between Christmas and New Year's. We have Will's family Christmas with his mom on the 29th, and then with his aunt and cousins on the 30th, and then New Year's Eve Will and I are doing a New Year's party. So I don't know if I'm gonna have time to film any New Year's content, which I would love to get a New Year's look up and talk about like yearly favorites, because right after New Year's on the 2nd we're actually flying away. We're going away. So I'm not sure, because I'm really looking forward to like do nothing days on the 27th and 28th. I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm palette. I feel like I'm basically recreating my base from that Shop My Stash video. I was so happy with it, so. Ugh, I feel like there's a whole breakout happening on my forehead. My period is supposed to start any day now, so I'm not surprised, hence this big boy and all these little things happening here. That's just my life, baby. For brows, you already know what it is. We are doing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, and then I will put on the Glossier Brow Gel. I saw that Benefit is coming out with a new brow wax that comes in a container that has a wand in it instead of like one of these dipping ones. And it looks pretty good. So this one I'm kind of running out of. I probably have at least a month or more left, but you know, we're on our way out. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to try that Benefit one next. Benefit is really well known for their brow products, but I haven't tried many of them. I have one of their brow pencils in my kit, which I do like it, but I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury version of that brow pencil better. But they have literally like 20 different brow products, so I'm kind of curious to break into them a bit more. I finally plucked my eyebrows too. I was putting it off for so long because I felt like I had to vlog it for some reason. Literally, I was gonna do like a time lapse of me plucking my eyebrows, which is, you know, great vlog content, but I just didn't feel like filming it, and so I wasn't doing it. And then I had a day this week where I wasn't vlogging, like on purpose. I just took a day to myself, and I plucked my eyebrows that day. Got brow gel in my hair up here. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about that. It makes me feel so much more pulled together when my brows are done. And they're not even like fully done. They're just not young, wild, and free, you know? We're almost done. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. I have the Milk Cream Blush. I've been using this most days recently since I took it to Barcelona with me. It's so good for travel. It's so small, and it's nice to have creams because they're so versatile. This can be lips, eyes, or cheeks. Like literally you can do whatever you want with it. And I remembered how nice of a color it is. It's just so natural. Like it just looks like you're naturally flushing, you know? And then I do want a little bit more of a blingy highlight. I feel like that's more holiday, is to have that little bit of extra glow. So I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Spotlight Highlighter. I don't think I've used this for so long, but it really gives like maximum glow, especially at night. Like if you want to look like you're wet and blinging and glowing without being glittery or stripy, especially in the evening time, this is your go-to highlighter. Okay, I need a little bit of highlight on the inner corner of my eyes as well, so I'm just gonna grab Carly Bible. Will I ever get rid of this palette? I don't think so, because it has my literal favorite powder highlight in it. I'm gonna get dressed and then I will come back to finish off my lips. I have no idea what I want to do. Like, what should I wear? I have no clue. Okay, let me figure it out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm wearing this dress. I'm gonna try and show it to you, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. So it's Ivy Park, and it says, I'm like pointing my phone down at it as if that's going to show you more. So it says Ivy Park along the leg here. It goes all the way down past my knee. And it's got this little cutout in the back. And it's a cute little like turtleneck situation. Kira gave this to me for my birthday or Christmas one year. And it's so good. It is so, like, it's just so flattering. Like, I feel snatched. So I feel like this is perfect because it's kind of dressy, but it's also not like too dressy. I don't know. I feel like it's perfect dad party vibes. So obviously I just let my hair air dry and then I threw some mousse in it. So we're leaving it like so. And for my lip, I've just been feeling natural lips lately. I've been enjoying just lip liner. And I've been wearing pretty much every day this MAC one, Soar. So to change it up today and do something different, I'm going to use this one from a little brand called Annabelle, which if you're from Canada, you'll know is a drugstore classic. It's been in the drugstores here for as long as I can remember. It's one of the more affordable brands in there, and I never see anyone ever talk about it. But I have this Annabelle Chrome shadow that I love. I should have used this on my wedding. Oh my god, I love this. And then yeah, this really nice lip liner. It's a great color. It's in 405 Demure. Okay, and then I think because I'm going a bit lighter with the lip, I do just want to add a little bit more blush. So this is Ecstasy from Charlotte Tilbury, kind of a peachy vibe, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of that on top. And then last but not least, we will set. And that is the finished look. That's it, you guys. We are literally about to run out the door. I hope this video wasn't too long. I feel like I was very chatty. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas. If you haven't gone through and watched it all, definitely go back and watch. I'll link the playlist down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple of days, or I will see you next year. Either way, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.